We are living in an artificially induced state of consciousness that resembles sleep.
An Instagram account captured what appears to be Till Lindemann from Ramstein shape-shifting his eyes into a reptilian form. I first saw this in Contacto Alvin 1. This is the video. So in this video, you can actually see him, you can see normal eyes, and then here you go, right? So I thought that this could be fake, I mean like not from the original video. So I went over to the original video in the concert in Paris 2017. Indeed, you can find this in 30 minutes and 22 seconds. Well, I'm gonna play the original video and you guys tell me what you think. Let's take a look at the original video. Right now. So pay attention, you got his eyes pretty normal, right? And then, boom, what the heck? I'm gonna zoom in and replay the video. Pay very close attention. What is going on here, guys? Look at that. Oh my gosh.
The reptilian hybrids have been known to shapeshift temporarily into their reptilian form. So that's happened with 3 of them whom I know about. One of them, a beautiful hybrid living in England, her name is Charmaine. The way that she got confirmation that she is a hybrid was having an encounter with some of her reptilian extraterrestrials, and she has encounters with other types as well, and genetics from other types. But in one encounter when she was about age 27 with her reptilian extraterrestrials, they helped her to shapeshift into her total, pure reptilian form.
And she can do that, goes back and forth?
And she can go back and forth as she pleases. Mostly she's human.
Yeah.
And, but when she shapeshifted into her reptilian form, she was absolutely delighted. Now, most of us might be rather horrified at the thought, but she was delighted because she had always felt some reptilian in her.
Well, I think it's finally safe to say. That guy you were on the train with, that was weird and smelled like beef tacos, he was right. Some of us are reptiles. That guy you went to that convenience store down in the south and he said, "I swear to God, them reptiles was real, I seen them." He was also right. I'm here, baby. I ain't going nowhere.
Years ago, I stood before you and said that Israel's security is sacrosanct. It is non-negotiable.
You know, of course she's going to say that, but...
Poor baby.
Yeah, she's really, really committed to that. It's really sad.
No, I'm not a poor baby. I'm more reptilian, cold-blooded, and go in to win the election.
We're going to take a short break. I want to talk to you more about President Biden and some other things.
Thank you.
Do you see that? Second set of eyes. I'm going to do it in slow-mo now. There we go. It's like he had eyes in between. In between those eyelids is another set of eyes.
And protecting the population and minimizing civilian casualties have long been a cornerstone of the counterinsurgency doctrine. Civilian casualties have long been a cornerstone of the counterinsurgency doctrine. Casualties have long been a cornerstone of the counterinsurgency doctrine.
People have been nice, and they're not attacking your dad or his policies to you.
Yeah, no, I mean, everybody realizes that this is about honest story and what I've learned in Latin America.
Yeah, now
what did you learn? Well, I met with my job. I worked for UNICEF, which is an amazing organization that works in over 150 countries. And my job was to meet with teenagers who were living in exclusion, who were living in extreme poverty or living with HIV, and write their stories, listen to their stories and write them for UNICEF. And so, I mean, I obviously learned so much from these kids. I learned from Anna in particular, who has lived an extremely difficult life. I learned to live each day to its fullest.
Excuse me, Jenny. Does it change how you look, you're thinking about how government should run in the United States and elsewhere to help these people? Why should these people be in these situations?
Yeah, I mean, I think the United States government does try to help. I went to Africa this summer with my mom, and I met a lot of people who are getting assistance from the United States government and to help them get the medicine they need to stay healthy. But definitely, and I think the key is education. And for instance, with Anna's mother didn't have the education to know what to do to keep her baby, Anna, safe. So Anna inherited HIV from her mom. But Anna, with education in Latin America, has taken the proper ARVs, and her baby, Beatriz, is most likely HIV negative. So there is a positive light to all of this.
Does it ever make you feel like you...
The other half that has never yet been told, you know. The youth, I'm going to tell it through music, and them choose reggae music. Or you use it to do that type of telling there.
What type of things does reggae music tell?
Reggae music is like news. Reggae music is the people music. You know, reggae music is news. It's news about your own self, your own history. Things that you wouldn't really, them wouldn't teach you in a school. You understand? Because they wouldn't tell you that Rastafari is God, you know what I mean? And yet the Bible tell you that within 2,000 years Christ shall return, and when him return, him going to be King of Kings, Lords of Lords, conquering line of tribe of Judah. Through the line is King Solomon and King David. Now that is a reality, the whole truth, and the truth is that His Majesty is earth rightful ruler. And he is the Christ, and that is Haile Selassie I the first.
And you believe Haile Selassie will return?
Well, Haile Selassie is here because I dig this now. The man who invented capitalism, where is he?
You tell me.
I don't know. Neither the man who invent the next thing, or the next thing, or the next thing. You dig? So the teaching of His Majesty is a truth towards mankind. It's not, him don't make war or nothing. It's a teaching, you know. No, this is a teaching.
You made major news the last time you were here. Did you realize that?
About the alien, the shapeshifter.
Yeah, you dropped a bombshell. Every paper picked it up.
Let's just say I was with somebody once, and I saw a transformation that I can't explain.
The person transformed into something other than human.
Yes, I saw it.
You were talking to someone. They said to you, "Look, something's going to happen here. I'm going to morph into something else."
Imagine you're doing something, and suddenly you turn around and there's somebody else standing there.
You still standing by it?
Absolutely. I know it happened. In fact, it happened twice. And on top of that, what's amazing is we live in a world where, you know, I mean, look, I've been in public life on some level for 30 years.
Yep.
People treat it as if I'm crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm here to say, like, now maybe I had a hallucination, but I saw what I saw.
Right. You saw it. It's your reality.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, to question somebody's reality is a strange thing.
The second time you saw a shapeshifter, where were you? Probably at Darcy's house.
It was the same. It was the same person.
Oh, it was.
This happened with the same person twice.
Thank you. Just like a little bit of a rumble this morning about 8 o'clock, a little after 8:05 exactly, I think it was. The first tremors come through. It was like riding one of those waves where it just lifts you up and sets you back down, and sounded like a locomotive actually going by the house. So we had a little bit of structural damage here, not much. Thank the good Lord that we are under a streetscape project where we just replaced.
That's actually a law that was passed. It wasn't an appropriation, and that was one crafted by Senator Baucus and I and others that was designed to extend the abandoned mine land tax, which for 30 years had promised that those states that received it would be paid back that money. It was kept in a trust fund, and what we've done is release that money. In exchange, we got the companies to agree to extend the tax. We got the unions pleased that we were able to take care of orphan miners. All of those things, plus the production, stand a chance of having difficulties if we eliminate those payments. So I hope that we'll take another look at that.
Senator, I'm again happy to work with you and make sure we understand your concerns with how that was designed and proposed. And what you said, Bino, you were right. We are proposing to eliminate a set of subsidies that now go to the oil and gas and coal industry, and those will raise significant resources over time. We're doing that not only for the reason that we think it's part of being fiscally responsible, and because we think we need to eliminate subsidies in the system that go to objectives that conflict with our broader effort to try to improve energy efficiency.
The onset of blinking before the reveal of the second eyes appears to be a common occurrence.
I may scare y'all, but this is the real reason why I don't show my face. Alright, look. See? See, I got real Illuminati bloodline. Turn the camera on, hold up. Now watch this. See that? See, I gotta keep my identity hidden, man. Fuck you think they gonna do if they see me with this shit? They might kill my ass.
Mark Reagan, as you know, is the chief Israeli propagandist.
Mark Regev is a spokesman for the Israeli government.
Open your mind. I told you, but you didn't believe me. These guys are not human. Yellow blood.
You know, he said he was off at an airport.
Check out this chick's eyes.
During the time this crime happened. Why didn't they believe that the first time around?
Well, the first time around in 1957, when Jack, along with
HD,
and other people were
high definition,
considered suspects, he was cleared. He made a collect phone call from another city that was verified by the FBI agents. They interviewed the and the manager. He spoke with 3 recruitment officers.
People with FBI
and those.
Israel is the 51st state in the Union, which I think actually is upside down. I think that the United States. +60 years. And says that the United States has its hands
Open your mind.
Today, I experienced something that I've never experienced in my life before. Freaked me out. Thought I was crazy. Still haven't processed it fully. So, as I do every week, twice a week, I make deliveries to the same guy. I've been doing it for 7 months. And it's the same guy every time I walk in. He's got a big garage with like a couple trucks in it. I walk in, I hand him his parts, we talk for a minute, I walk away. I go on my business. Today, I walked in, and he had his back to me, and he was working on his bench, and he must have heard me coming. I don't know, because I was actually pretty quiet, I thought, but when he turned around, I jumped and kind of grabbed my mouth like that because I didn't know what to think. And he laughed a little bit and he called me jumpy. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm just not feeling very good. And I handed him his part and I was like, hey, I gotta go. The reason I reacted that way is because when I looked at him, he was different. He didn't look like the same guy I saw every other time. First thing I saw was he had no color in his eyes. They were completely black. Like you couldn't even see reflections. It was just a black mass. And for some reason his ears were kind of weird and they had like this little point like that. I don't know what that was. But then I was talking to my friend, and he sent me an article about them saying that a new disorder that's coming out where people are starting to see demon faces in people. And it got me thinking, if they're putting something like that out, could it be a disorder, or is it God is actually letting people see demons, and they're just trying to make it look like we're crazy? I still can't process it. I can't.
Here's the weird stuff I love. Imagine your vision is totally normal, and then one day you see demonic features everywhere on people only, just like this, what you see behind me. Now that's a reality for a man named Victor Shera. He has extremely rare yet terrifying disorder called PMO, and it's commonly known as, or now known because people didn't know about it at first. It's called the demon face syndrome. People with the condition see parts of other people's faces distorted in shape, texture, position, or color. For Shera, that means grotesque, grimace, elongated eyes, and deeply etched scars. Also, pointed ears. There are 75 known cases of the disorder.
changed in your life that requires you to do it again?
Well, it doesn't require money because I absolutely have money.
seeing as I'm with a pro, I thought maybe I could get a few tips from you, from pro to amateur.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, what can you give like a first time average surfer? What kind of tips?
Just like, how long has you been surfing?
Like 2 weeks.
Just have fun. That's the best.
And try and stand up and don't get eaten by a shark. Awesome, thank you so much for having a chat. Back to you, Danny. I hope you wrote down those tips.
Yeah, look, I've got some tips for Chloe too, actually. That's stay the fuck away from my girlfriend. I've seen the texts you've been sending her, and they're making her feel uncomfortable.
We head to Iran on the eve of nuclear talks, where ABC's David Muir found himself in a room with the volatile President Ahmadinejad. And David joins us from Tehran to tell us more.
Diane, good evening again tonight from Tehran. And on the eve of these very tenuous talks, this nuclear standoff, we witnessed something we had never seen before today.
Suddenly you start to become aware of more and more possibilities, and by now you're not on the postage stamp, and by now you are looking in on it and you're seeing that it's a nonsense, and its version of normal is a nonsense. So it's this move, this self-identity from little me phantom self, self-identifying with the experience, to I am awareness having that experience. That changes everything.
There you are. classificato secondo tutti i sondaggi.
What we want to bear in mind is that when it comes to delivering bad news, what people like least is surprises. So if you've decided that you're not going to go and you know that's going to be hard for someone to hear,
so much for joining us on the heels of this big news. We really appreciate it. Give us a sense of the goal of this reorganization and what you think it'll accomplish.
You see, I take these glasses off. She looks like a regular person, doesn't she, huh?
I've got one that can see.
Of organizations in our country, and I am deeply concerned about this. I know Donald's very praiseworthy of.
Now hold on. You ain't the first son of a bitch to wake up.
Over the course of the summer, our 6 working groups produced over 250 policy options. On September 8th, finance ministers gathered to discuss these options and the recommendations.
we're just going to start attacking. And they said, what authority do you have? And he said, I don't need any authority. You know, I got it out of basically out of Cracker Jack's box. Or I guess he found it, you know, when he was on the toilet. I mean, I don't know where he found it. It's called dictatorial. Where do you find the power?
Now, hold on. You ain't the first son of a bitch to wake up out of their dream.
Oui, je le confirme. Et vous vouliez que je fasse quoi? Que je reste chez moi à regarder la télévision? J'ai autre chose à faire, je continue à travailler.
And now I think with this announcement, we are making this dream reality.
Many of your medicines, we know from the COVID vaccine, very effective, very welcome. The logistics around that vaccine were not straightforward because of the new technologies. We're talking about countries here that do not have.
Katie showed her fellow judges and all of America that she's able to puff out her neck like a frog.
Yep. Touch it, here, touch it.
Oh, this is bad. This is...
Katie showed her fellow judges and all of America that she's able to puff out her neck like a frog.
Yep. Touch it, here, touch it.
Oh, this is bad. This is...
Watch this guy's eyes.
Interest because of it, so they can't be investigating themselves. The WHO did a terrible job the first time.
Look at that!
Good morning.
Corner, Sammy Sana.
A phenomenal performance. Sammy Sana, the first man through to the final in Tokyo.
I liked the script, and I really liked Kristen. I thought it could be something different from your average kind of teen horror thing. It could be something kind of not lowest common denominator. And
not totally embarrassing, but not an Oscar.
Yeah, I mean, and it's ended up being this. I mean, I went into it wanting. I had a very specific intention, and I wanted to make it. I'd seen all these other, every kind of book which becomes a phenomenon, or any kind of, it sells over 1 million copies, is immediately signed up to be made into a movie, and 90% of the movies that are made out of them are rubbish. And so I just thought, especially for young adult things, and the audience goes into a young adult book adaptation thinking it's going to be rubbish before they've even gone in. And so I thought, well, I kind of want to change people's perception of that, and that was what I was thinking before I even started shooting. But to see what the difference is, I mean, to see what's happened, it's crazy. I don't think anyone realized how obsessive the fans of the book were, and they're like intense.
It would rise to 105% of GDP over the next 10 years. Say it would rise to 105% of GDP over the next 10 years.
Exporting chicken to the Chinese.
Can we buy a Chinese firm?
No, not right now.
Then why should they buy one of ours?
Why not?
Because we can't buy one of theirs. Open up the market.
Very, very well.
Yes, we have capitalism and we embrace it. And we have capitalism and we embrace it. And we have cap.
अगर मैं नहीं होता ना तो बच्चे को बड़ा प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है यार. कैसे हुआ यार? संतोष जी दिख रहा है आपको?
कभी-कभी ना वो हो जाता है ना तभी होता है ये.
क्या बाबू? अरे खोलो ना इसको. क्या बाबू? ए बाबू. ए बेटा. कान वान सब प्रॉब्लम है यार इसके. रात को जब मैं इसको डिलीवरी करवाया ना तब तो मैं टन था. इसका हो रहा है. हाँ बेटा.
बस पूरा तो वीडियो कर रहे हैं.
अरे क्या हो गया भाई?
बनाएको
Öğreteyim. Sayıyor. Böyle bakıcılama. Tırnaqları bormi buni? Tırnaqlarimi mana bu? Men mana olayim. Tırnog'i yo'q. Ijodini qaraymi? Mana. Tut çek. Hop. Bizni sevara stilni ata uvata. Sevara. Vibratörga birazta jatib ol.
ये ना जी अजून
Bien parce qu'on ne voulait pas faire une grande incision vu qu'on n'a pas assez de fil, un seul fil pour toute l'intervention chirurgicale. Regardez les fissures. Regardez les fissures. Donc cette fissure, on va la présenter. Fais attention. Ici. Je le dis. Vous pouvez regarder maintenant cette malformation. Donc si malformation elle est claire, regarde le bébé, elle est positive, l'essai est positif. Donc, mais c'est un enfant qui ne va pas lire, ça se voit, mais qui ne va pas et qui va décéder dans un parcours bizarre. Pour cela, on préfère faire cette intervention. Regardez. C'est une vidéo. Ok. كاين صاحبي تاع داك الشيف بيان تري امبورطون راه هنا نوري تحسين حسين لا باش انتو هكا واه لازم نجي نمشي ندير الكون ندير الكون هاي حيت لنا واش تمسدي ولا خطيك حسين وي كتي فيديو كاين خذ صاحبي الجاني من حي خليه هنا لا كومون صافي السمانه ديالك شوف شوف دخل اجل مش عم نسيج لا كان يسكوب يدير اوكي شفتني مازال عاودت كده هذه مدرسة عشان نعطي لا تكتشف هذا ما تكتشف هذا الشيء خرب تبان لي ما مزيان شي دوما اللي كنا كنقيسو غير انا ما بقاش ما ولا دكتور لا ديالو احنا والله il faut le passer sur donc c'est une voilà les cas qui existent dans des cas qui existent après voilà la vidéo le combien il va
షాక్ తెలియకుండా ఉండగలరా ఆ బద్రీతో
చూడగానే పెద్ద షాక్. అమ్మాయి అయినా అబ్బాయి అయినా ఆరోగ్యంగా పుడితే చాలనుకున్నారు, కానీ ఇలా జరిగింది. పాట్నాలోని పాలిగంజ్ ప్రభుత్వాసుపత్రిలో ఈ వింత శిశువు జన్మనిచ్చింది. అయితే ఒక ప్రశ్న మాత్రం అందరినీ వేధిస్తోంది. అసలు ఏలియన్లు ఉన్నాయో లేదో కూడా తెలియదు. మనిషి కడుపులో ఏలియన్ పుట్టుక సాధ్యమా? ఇది పూర్తిగా వింత శిశువే. శరీరంపై చర్మం లేదు. దళసరి శంకరా ఉంది శరీరం అంతా. ఏదో వింత శబ్దం చేస్తోంది. ఇది 21వ శతాబ్దం. సైన్స్ ఎంతో డెవలప్ అయింది. ఇది ఏలియన్ అనే ఓ ఊహాత్మక రూపానికి దగ్గర ఉంది, కానీ గ్రహాంతరవాసి కానే కాదు. అయితే ఈ శిశువుకు ఈ ఆకారం ఎలా వచ్చింది? వైద్యం ఇది పూర్తిగా జన్యులోపం. ఆ లోపాన్ని హార్లిన్ విత్ ఇచ్టియోసిస్ అంటారు. పౌష్టికాహారం లోపమే దీనికి కారణం.